Hi, everybody. How are y'all doing? I hope you guys are doing well. We're 1 week down. We are officially in it now. Like this is the official start. And I'll talk a little bit about that. I want to check in with you all right now and walk through some changes and some reminders and anything else I can think of to make sure that we're all on the same page. Last week was an excellent test week. That's what it was meant to do for us. It let us figure out what's going to work and what doesn't work for Canvas, for our discussions and assignments, and making sure that you guys get everything you could possibly get out of this experience and I get my job done, right? So I want to walk us through a couple of things. Number one, this is probably the most significant. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be the most significant, but whatever. I am gonna be changing up a little bit how we're doing discussion boards each week because I made a mistake. I forgot how humans work. If you give a human until Sunday to do something, they won't do it till Sunday, which is fine, except it's really hard for people who were proactive to respond to your questions and statements if you haven't posted already, right? If you wait till the deadline, then other people have to wait for you to be done. That's not fair. So, changing things up a little bit, you will still end up doing 4 discussion points per discussion board. I'm just going to be splitting them in half. All right. So the first one is going to be for your responses to my questions and then your responses to each other on my questions. Your initial responses are due by Wednesday at 11:59 to those 4 questions. If you have to respond to other people afterwards, that's fine. That's going to be till Sunday. That means that the second half, the part where you ask thought provoking or engaging or discussion questions, that's going to be due on Sunday, and I'll still need you to respond to each other off of that. Splitting it in half, I hope, means that at least we get the first part done earlier in the week, and it means that you might be more likely to check things. If you know stuff's due on Wednesday instead of waiting till the weekend, which I assume many of us have done or will do. That's your prerogative. Just know that that's probably not the best way to be doing these things. So that's going to go live shortly. If you've already done things on the current discussion boards, you'll notice they're up for 2 weeks instead of 1 week. We'll talk about that in a second. You don't have to make new questions. Just leave me a comment, and I'll leave a note on this. Leave me a comment on that second discussion board saying my question is on the first discussion board, and that'll be it. We'll take that, and we'll be good to go. All right. So yeah, cool. If you have questions, let me know. Attendance and grading. You need to be checking Canvas every day. You've got multiple classes, most of you, that you need to be taken care of. You should be checking Canvas each day. Unless something weird happens, I will be putting up content every day. On Mondays, I intend to do something like this, a quick announcement video. And then Tuesday through Friday, my intention is to highlight some of the things that you guys have been discussing the day before. Talk about some key points from the readings for the week or that day, and answer any questions we might have coming up in a comfortable format, so you don't have to do as much reading. I will also occasionally probably put some extra credit opportunities at the end of these videos or in the middle of these videos, just to make sure you're watching them. I know it feels like a long time, and I'm a teacher, which means I can just talk forever, but I'm taking the time to make these things. You should take the time to listen to them. It's still not as bad as watching me stand on top of a chair and talk about whatever celebrations we have, right? Which, if you want me to do a video, I can do that. I don't think you want that, though. So that is essentially our attendance policy here, is you have to be checking Canvas. There are still a couple of us who have not I say that because I'll be posting this video both on Canvas and through email. So if you're watching this in the email and you haven't gotten on Canvas, what are you doing? You got to get on. School's back in session. Let's go. Communicating with me. Want to make this as accessible as possible. I have my email available, of course. I set up a Remind class on my cellular device. You can contact me through that. It's super easy to do so. I will probably send out reminders on that, mostly telling you there's like a new video up or something like that, so you know to check Canvas or check your email, whatever. So please reach out to me if you have any questions. I got your back. That being said, I don't intend to answer your emails at every single hour of the day. I am in my office. It's pretty nice. I am in my nerd-filled Spider-Man lined office from 9:30 until 5 Monday through Friday. My job, 9:30 to 5 on Monday through Friday, is to answer questions, facilitate discussion, make a video or two, and help you guys get through the content. So please use that time. You can email me, you can message me through Remind. If you'd rather hear my beautiful voice talk you through stuff, I'm playing with things like Zoom and Skype. I can get you on here and I can walk you through it. You don't even have to have like a webcam or anything. We'll do it. Whatever you need, I got your back. But you've got to reach out to me because I'm not able to just sort of read your mind. I never could, and I can't do it from a distance. That's for ding dang sure. All right. I don't have an iPhone, so I can't FaceTime, but literally anything else we can do. So make sure we take care of that. If you are in my English 3, looping back to those discussion boards again, if you're in my English 3, please remember you have multiple discussion boards per week right now because we have multiple texts we're looking at. Those are not sequential, all right? So if we're looking at it, Telltale Heart and House of Usher, both of those initial boards are going to close on Wednesday. So you got to take care of that by Wednesday for both of them. That's why they're not, you can click on anything in those lists, right? You don't have to do them in sequential order. You should look at them in sequential order, but you don't have to do them in sequential order because that way you can go ahead and jump and get those things done. All right. Please make sure you're doing that. There have been a number of us who made comments and responses, and those were awesome. And I've looked over them real quick, and I'll be putting out a video about some of the stuff we said tomorrow to respond to that. Please keep doing that. If you weren't aware, last week was our trial week. Last week was our chance to see what works and what doesn't. 1 second, I need some coffee. Last week was our trial week. It let us know what works and what doesn't and what I needed to change. So if you were proactive, which some of you guys were, and you've gone ahead and done your discussion boards and responses and uploads and everything from last week, you're good for this week. Check in each day to watch the videos I put out. Maybe engage in discussion a little bit more because it's there and you should be in school, so you might as well pretend like you're in school here. And take care of that. If you did not do any work last week, now you got to do the work because we're in school. All right. As far as I know, that was your spring break, which means that we're full steam ahead. We're rolling here. So please make sure you've got people coming in. If you have a friend in my class, check with them and make sure they're doing everything for my class as well. There's still 3 or 4 people that my computer says have not logged into my English 3. I need you guys to do that before I have to start making phone calls and stuff. So if you have a friend in my class, especially a friend that you know is a little bit inconsistent when it comes to checking on things or coming to class or getting out of Wood League, please make sure you ask them to, hey, have you checked Mr. Sorensen's class real quick? It's super easy. Get it done. You don't want him calling you while you're at home with his maybe not sick, gravelly voice situation here. I'm rambling now, so I'm going to stop. If you have any questions, let me know. Those of you who have posted, I'm super proud of you. Stay tuned for updates and other fun stuff. If you're not on Remind yet, I need you on Remind. You need to get there. I think my audio cut out. So please do. Deuces.